Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are new here. My name is Bram. I post videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays all about fashion, lifestyle, luxury, shopping, travel, all those things. So if those are things that are interesting to you, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and become a member of my growing YouTube family. All right, guys, let me just adjust myself a little bit here. That's a little bit better. Okay, so I am here today to talk with you about handbag trends for 2025. Super exciting stuff, just like what's coming out, what we're looking at, what is being released, what am I interested in? I'd like to know what you guys are interested in, all of that stuff. So let's talk about that. But first, this part of the video is actually sponsored by an amazing jewelry company called OBY Jewelry. So I have received a few items from them, and I actually received them last week. So I've had a good week of wearing them and enjoying them so that I could come and give you like my real like honest opinion about what I think about these pieces. And I'm like super excited to have done like a little partnership with them. So I have a coupon code for you guys at the end. I'll let you know, but I wanted to show you what I got from them because it's just the stuff is like I'm like super excited about it, honestly. Now, if you have been here before, you know my love of jewelry in general. I have talked about it a lot. I talk about how like my first love is actually jewelry. It is I love the fact that whether or not I leave the house, I can wear sparkly beautiful things. I can wear them all the time. I can wear them every single day. I don't need to match them. I don't match my jewelry necessarily to my outfits. If you have just like really beautiful like core pieces in your jewelry collection, in my opinion, you can wear them with absolutely everything. You can wear them all the time. It goes with everything. It dresses up sweatpants. You can wear them out to a date night. You can wear them out to a gala. You can wear them to a movie. You can wear them shopping. You can wear them to like just like home, like hanging out on the couch, like whatever. I think jewelry for me is really what makes me happy. When I look at it, I love bags and I love shoes, but jewelry, when I look at something that's like sparkling and beautiful and shiny, I am it makes me happy. And so they were so kind to reach out to me and to do a partnership with them and to bring you guys the information. So I want to show you what they sent me, what I've been wearing, what I've been loving, and just a little bit about the company, and then we'll get into the other stuff. So first thing is first, as you know, as I've said before, I really cannot ever do true unboxings with you guys. So I didn't do a true unboxing for a few reasons with OBY. Number one is that I was just too excited to see what was in the box. The minute that I got it, I was like, I opened it and I put the stuff on literally straight away. Okay. So immediately, that was how much I was like, oh my God, this stuff is beautiful. I'm super excited. All right. That's number one. Number two, obviously, being that this is a sponsored portion of this video, I wanted to make sure that I recommend things to you guys a lot. I do, I do like on Fridays, I have a video called Friday Favorites, if you've seen it before, where I talk about like what I've purchased for the week, what I'm liking, what it looks like, if I'm keeping it, if I'm returning it, like that type of stuff. So I wanted to make sure that what they sent me was in line with something that I would actually recommend to you, which is why I've been wearing it for, like I said, about a week now, literally nonstop. So obviously I like it, but I wasn't going to recommend anything to you that I didn't fully believe was worth your money and, that I personally wouldn't wear. So stuff is absolutely beautiful and I'm going to show you it now. But I will show you that they sent me this box because I'm going to show you how it came, but it's already out of the box and I'm literally wearing it. So it is not an unboxing, but I'm going to show you how it comes because the presentation is really very beautiful. So it comes in this OBY box, right? And let's open it. All right, so top off, it comes like a little care card. So it lets you know, obviously, how to keep your jewelry looking beautiful, looking clean, like just how to, make it last and make sure that it is beautiful for a very, very long time to come. There is this, like their WhatsApp account, all the information in terms of just how to contact them and what they're about. They sent me a little bag, which I like because if you are going to be giving this as a gift or whatever, you could always take it obviously out of the box and place it in the little bag, and it just makes a really beautiful little gift. Okay, so this was the box that everything came in. So I'm going to take that out for you guys, okay? And it just kind of fit in there like that. And now, what I do love about them, because I have been more and more, I guess, conscious about just like sustainability and all of that stuff in the past few years, I would say, is that number one, all of their packaging in general is all recycled material because their metals are also recycled material. So they aim to make their footprint, I guess, as small as possible so that we are really looking at a very sustainable brand. They use all recycled materials, absolutely beautiful metals. So everything is recycled, but it's like the pieces that I got are a beautiful recycled vermeil, which is perfectly beautiful gold tone coloring. And the actual gems are either lab grown or for me, I have moissanite and some rubies. So absolutely top of the line materials, and with obviously the focus on sustainability and taking care of our planet, which is super important, obviously. We don't want to leave a mess for our kids and for our grandkids, right? So more than it already is. So we want to be conscious of just, what we're doing to this planet. All right, so this is the beautiful blue box that it comes in. And when you open it, this is what it looks like. And the pieces that I got came in these beautiful little pouches. So they came in these beautiful little blue pouches, little like, I don't know, like a felt material or whatever, just a really, really pretty, clean looking presentation, in my opinion. I really liked how they looked. When I opened it, it was, I think we talk a lot about luxury, obviously, on my channel, and I think it's important. Yes, the final piece is the most important, obviously, because that is what you're spending your money on. But having a beautiful presentation is also, to me, just kind of elevates the item in general. When they focus on the presentation and they really make an effort to make the presentation as beautiful and luxurious as possible, I feel like that attention to detail trickles down to the actual item as well. So like on this channel, obviously we talk about a lot about luxury and just luxury brands, designer brands, things like that. And for me, I think a lot of just the luxury, feeling or experience comes from the whole package. It comes from the packaging of the items. It comes from the customer service that you receive, the ease of the website, the ease of the ordering process, all of that stuff. All of it trickles down into just how I feel overall about the product itself. And when any of those things that lead up to me getting the product are not on, are not perfect or are kind of lacking, reduces the excitement of the final item, in my opinion. So I'm always excited when a company puts a lot of thought and effort into just the whole picture. You know what I mean? So packaging was absolutely beautiful. Now, when I opened the box, I'm kind of moving you guys forward a little bit so I can show you. When I opened the box, I had 3 things in there. So let me show you what they are. First thing is these absolutely beautiful hoop earrings. These are moissanite and gold vermeil. They are absolutely gorgeous. Now, again, if you've been here before or whatever, you know how I feel about jewelry. I have obviously spent some time and curated my little ear stack here. So that being said, I'm really particular, especially if I'm adding in more of a classic piece into my collection, if it all kind of goes, because these are an earring this earring that they sent me is the type of earring that I would wear like on a daily basis. So it's not a kind of once in a while type of earring. This is really like a daily beautiful earring. This comes in a large, which is this size. I have the large size. comes in a medium, and it comes in a small. So if you have multiple holes, I think it's actually like perfect. And I do plan on getting my daughter and myself like more of these sizes so that we can both wear them in our second and our third holes, and sometimes wear smaller ones in the first hole, whatever. There's so much versatility in it. So, but they are absolutely gorgeous. They shine like crazy. We're in natural light right now. So, sorry. So you can see how beautiful they are. They are just absolutely gorgeous. When they're outside in like direct sunlight, they shine like nobody's business. Okay. So absolutely beautiful. I have literally worn them for like almost a week straight. I'm loving them so, so much. They're the perfect classic hoop, in my opinion, just for like just to elevate an everyday look. You know what I mean? So beautiful. Next thing that they sent me was this beautiful stacking ruby ring. So this is the ring. It is absolutely gorgeous. I am loving it. It is this beautiful, like micro pavé, and it is the perfect ring for stacking. So I have a whole bunch of these like little stacking rings, and I have been playing around with just like how to stack it. For whatever reason, on this hand specifically, I don't like to wear anything. I wear this on a daily basis. I've been wearing this one on a daily basis since I got it, the ruby, but I don't tend to wear anything like, I don't know, like more statementy, just because for whatever reason, I guess because it's my right hand, I get kind of annoyed with like, I wear big rings out, or I'll wear them like for a video, I'll wear them out to dinner, I'll wear them like whatever, but I take them off immediately and I put them away until the next time I want to wear them. This one, however, I can just wear it and I literally can't feel it, which to me is important, obviously, an important quality in a piece that you want to wear every single day. So you literally don't even remember it's there. They offer this ring also in a moissanite and an emerald. So I'm definitely going to add probably both of those, honestly, in the future, and just be able to stack them. I'll probably add maybe 2 moissanites that I can stack with the ruby, and it's just absolutely so gorgeous and perfect and like petite and tiny, and it will go with any, like I can wear it with this and add a little like touch of red to it. Like I can just wear it, just stack it with anything. So absolutely gorgeous. Loving that. The last thing that they sent me, which is literally my favorite and the piece that I was like so excited about. So it is like the piece de resistance here. And hopefully I didn't say that so stupid. Anyway, that is this absolutely gorgeous, is it focusing? Bezel set moissanite tennis bracelet. Like, look at how amazing that is. So if you have seen my other videos, I had a vlog a few months ago where I was telling you guys about my daily jewelry, and I looked down and my tennis bracelet was gone. And it was a tennis bracelet that I had bought myself for my 40th birthday. I had been wearing it for years. I was like so upset. It actually ruined the whole vlog. I was just like a mess. I was so upset over it. And when they reached out and I looked at their website and saw what they had, I was the most excited about this piece because it allows me to add another dainty and beautiful tennis bracelet back into my collection. I love the bezel set. It is just like, I love a bezel set tennis bracelet. It is actually my favorite design, in my opinion. I think that it just makes it look a little bit fresh and a little bit less like stuffy. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit of a, I don't know, just like a new kind of twist on a classic tennis bracelet. And it is super beautiful. But because it is recycled vermeil and it is moissanite, it is obviously a much better price point than my original tennis bracelet was. So it does have a beautiful like double locking mechanism. So there's quite a few things that you need to do to take it on and off, which means that it is secure on your wrist, unlike mine was when it fell off. So this one is absolutely gorgeous. I'm like super excited about it. Again, I've been wearing it every single day since I got it and will continue to do so because I just think it is absolutely fabulous. So thank you, OBY. Again, totally appreciate it. I'm so happy to have partnered with them and for this part of the video to have been sponsored by them. And I am going to leave all the information in the description box with their code. They've actually given us an amazing, an amazing discount. It is a 25% off. So very, very high discount. It is, I'm going to put it here and I'm going to put it down there. The code is Bram for 25% off of your order. And yeah, guys, I mean, they have amazing things on their site. So obviously much more than just these three things. I already have a whole bunch of stuff in my cart to purchase, and let me know if you guys order from them because their stuff is absolutely incredible. Hey guys, so this is Future Editing Bram, and I actually just wanted to come back in and say something important. I'm editing now, and I realized that I kind of left out a important aspect of the beautiful OBY jewelry that I discussed. Sorry that the light is a little crazy because I didn't think I was going to be filming right now. But I, like I said, I think it's important that I mention this because it's really a beautiful sentiment. So OBY jewelry has something called the OBY signature green. And that is like this beautiful green microstone that they set into all of their pieces. Like when space permits, and there's enough metal, they set this beautiful little micro green gemstone into the inside or the back end, the back side of their jewelry pieces. So basically at OBY Jewelry, they understand and they realize that jewelry is obviously meaningful and sentimental. And it just serves as a little reminder that the jewelry can be meaningful, sentimental, luxurious, beautiful, and it's supposed to act as a reminder so that it reminds you basically to indulge in little luxuries and to that you can have these beautiful pieces without sacrificing your values. So anyway, I just thought that was beautiful, and I thought that was a beautiful little sentiment. I'm going to try to get this to show you. So this is my little ruby micro pavé ring that I've literally been wearing for a week now. And do you see that beautiful little green gemstone right on the inside? So it just, like I said, I mean, I personally, not only do I love their designs and their pieces because I have not taken them off in days, but I also love the fact that it comes with such a strong value system and, you know, and these little special touches that really make jewelry, in my opinion, like special and unique. So anyway, just wanted to let you guys know that because I thought it was important. And we're going to go back to the regular scheduled programming now. All right, guys, now let's talk a little bit about the 2025 handbag trends. I have 10 of them, and I'm going to post pictures as we go. Some of them I'm excited about, some of them not so much, but in general, I think that we are, what I'm liking about this season and the trends is that we're seeing things that are different and things that we have not seen in the past. Like not that we have not seen in the past. A lot of it is coming back into fashion, but it's been quite a while since we've had like really new silhouettes and things like that. So it is kind of exciting that we're really having some like brand new, fresh items. So super excited about that. So let's talk. So number one is suede. It's actually going to be a huge thing for spring and summer, which is interesting because obviously suede is a classic. It's a classic material, but we often associated it most with winter and fall. And now it's coming out like it's a big thing for this spring. I'm a little concerned about it, I'll be honest, because I am in Miami and it is rainy here. So it's one of those things where obviously if you're on the West Coast, if you are like not the Northwest, but like if you're like California, Arizona, Vegas, like Nevada area, whatever, beautiful. It doesn't rain very often. You literally can get away with suede any time of year. I am super worried about suede where I am, and I think it really comes down to where you are if you can fully enjoy this trend. For me, I can't, just because like the skies will open up here. All of a sudden it'll start just like drizzling. It'll start like I have so many suede shoes that I don't wear anymore because it just makes me very nervous. So this is probably a trend that I am going to be skipping, most likely, unless I find something at like a really great price that I'm okay with. But while I love suede, I just don't love the high maintenance nature of suede. You know what I mean? So the next one is one that I've actually been really, really loving and trying to figure out what type of bag I'm going to add to fit this new trend, and it's the East West. This is totally a throwback to early 2000s for sure. My first Chanel bag was a beautiful East West Chanel bag, and very like exaggerated East West. And I think that I'm going to look for that because I've been talking about my journey to like recreating my collection and adding in things that I've sold over the years, just to get like a full picture of what my collection was and is. And there's a lot of things that I want to add back in. And I'm thinking about repurchasing the very first Chanel bag I purchased because it literally is that East West shape, and it just goes with my whole focus on rebuilding my collection as it was. So I'm probably going to add that. I'll show you guys when I do, but I think that the East West is super fun. I love the exaggeration of the East West this time around, and it does it will make it so that, in my opinion, a few years from now, this will look super dated. But we know that if you hold on to it for long enough, it will come back around at some point again, probably in like 2050. But yeah, maybe 2040, actually 2045. It'll come back again. But it is, I think it's a lot of fun. We haven't seen this in a while, so it's a lot of fun. The next one is the slouchy hobo. So while this is not something that necessarily has been out, it does make a comeback in a big way every certain amount of years, even though it's never fully something that is not in. It's kind of like a classic, but it definitely comes back in a stronger way. So with the slouchy bag, with the slouchy hobo, we see it in the squeeze bag, for example. We've seen it in the past few seasons with like big Bottega Jody bags, things like that. So, but it's back in a big way. People are embracing larger bags, which I'm loving. And just because it's, you're paying for a little more real estate, and I love that. It's like the more fabric, the better. I think it's really great. Next one, which I'm actually really excited about also, is the bowling bag, or like the doctor bag shape. So when I think of the bowling bag or the doctor bag, obviously we know that like the Speedy is having kind of a resurgence. Although, again, the Speedy is a very classic shape, and it just is. But it is also one of those things that either it is, you know, it still kind of goes like this. So while it never is fully out, the Speedy does have its moments where it's super on trend, and then sometimes where it's just like, it's a classic Speedy. It never goes fully out, but it's not really on trend. But we're seeing it come back. It's on trend, and I am loving the bowling bag or the doctor shape bag in other versions. So things like I'm super into vintage right now, as if you've seen this channel, but sort of like the Dior like bowling bag or doctor bag. I don't remember what this was called exactly, but this is one of my favorite Dior bags ever. I love it. It's just a pain in the butt to get into and out of, honestly. But there's like the Dior detective bag that I think is ready for a resurgence. There is some other like Dior type doctor and bowling bags. Obviously, we have the Speedy, we have the Coach, their version of the Speedy, we have the Gucci. What is the Gucci one called? The Boston bag. So there's a ton of these that you can add into your collection that would fit this trend and just be super fabulous and vintage. So you won't see it coming and going, but it's a super fabulous bag. So totally, totally love this style. Always have, always will. The next one is an oversized work bag. Now we are seeing that with, for example, the Coach Empire. That was a huge bag, last, like the end of last year, and still is to this day. It is hard to get in specific colorways. It does pop back up every once in a while on the Coach site, but bigger versions of this bag have been kind of hard to get your hands on in like the Merlot color or the blue colorway, which I think are both of them are my favorites just because they have that burnished leather, which I think is absolutely beautiful. It adds a little bit of just dimension into the bag, which is fun. And obviously the Margot. Now we know that the Margot might very well be being discontinued at this point, just because I guess, they wanted to take it off the market before it gets played out. And I think that that's actually extremely important. I think that that would be a good move for them to discontinue it. I know it's been super hard to get, and I know that it goes for like crazy prices on the secondhand market. I do believe that there is some thought that maybe they are going to be treating this bag sort of like the Birkin of the row or the Kelly of the row, because you are going to have like a previous purchase history and possibly get on a wait list for this bag. I don't know. It's not really my thing. I don't work, so I'm not like traveling around with a giant work bag anymore. And B, it's a little bit plain for me personally, although I do think it's very, very beautiful. I just think it's very expensive. But that is a big trend of the moment, is these like oversized work bags. And whichever way you go, whether it's the Empire or the Margot, totally different price points, but same idea. And I think that they're great. If you have use for them, I think that they're absolutely fabulous. Next one is interesting enough. Now, this came up on a few different sites that I looked at and kind of, drew my information from. And that was the bracelet bag. So we're looking at kind of like the Loewe bracelet bag, which I think is super interesting. There is like a Chloe kind of bracelet bag. We're looking at kind of like bags that almost look like jewelry in a way. The Fendi, what is it called? It is the Fendi, like Fendiography, or I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'll put it up here. But there's that bag that sort of looks like a bracelet, like you can kind of wear it like that and has the Fendi written on the bottom. I think that kind of is in line. And we've seen that came out a few seasons ago, but we do see that is very similar to like the Loewe bracelet bag and like the Chloe. Just it is sort of like a cute twist on a evening type of bag, and I'm liking it. I don't know if it's something that I would actually add into my collection, but I do like it. I do appreciate it. Next one is bag charms. We know bag charms are having a crazy resurgence. I just unboxed my fourth crybaby on my last video with you guys, and I'm loving bag charms. I always have. I'm glad they came back. I had a whole drawer full of them for this very moment for them to come back. We are seeing over the top bag charms though. So the way that they used to be, maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago when we used to, I would say like late 2000s, early 2010s, when bag charms were super in. Typically it was just like a little bag charm here or there. It wasn't this massive amount of bag charms that we are seeing. We're looking at like very over the top, very like childish bag charms a lot of the times, which is like a nice juxtaposition to like a more buttoned up formal bag. I'm liking the duality of it, like the opposites. I'm loving how that's coming together, and we're still seeing it. So I don't think charms are going anywhere. Hopefully not yet, because I love them, and like I'm here for it for hopefully for a while to come. I love charms. So hopefully that stays. The next one would be clutches. Now, we obviously have seen clutches over the past few years, mainly with like the Bottega, like pouch bag, that clutch that has been around for quite a while. When did that come out? Maybe 18 or 19? 19 maybe? Anyway, that's been around for a while, but we are still seeing East West a little bit more sleek than the Bottega clutch. like the pouch, but we are seeing like very sleek, think like a Hermes, like Kelly cut, or like something along those lines. We are seeing that still as, you know, like coming back in a more sleek version of a clutch design. Also like the Bottega Andiamo clutch that I showed you guys some options from Amazon or whatever, but absolutely a beautiful, beautiful clutch. That is kind of, that's what is on trend right now, is just a sleeker, long east-west type of clutch for even for like a day moment, a night moment, it doesn't really matter. They're absolutely beautiful either way. The other thing that we're seeing, and I don't know, I have this written down just because I think it is sort of like the opposite of this east-west slick clutch, is the oversized like coin purse type clutch. So what I'm seeing is, like, for example, with these like massive Coach coin purses that I'm really excited about, that seems to be what is trending as well in terms of clutches. So it is just like a massive looking coin purse. So super excited about that. Think like Stam bag, which in my opinion is ready for a comeback, but that's what I think of when I think of these new clutches, is sort of like Stam bags without the chain, kind of like a fresher Stam bag option. You know what I mean? So that is coming. Next one is a belted bag. So we've been seeing this a lot with Miu Miu specifically, has these beautiful belted bag options. It is very also Y2K, and not even just Y2K, but like early 2010s as well. Just like a lot of hardware and belting and like on these like big type of bags. So we have obviously the Miu Miu. We have, for example, like the Totem with that little belt across the top, little belt closure thing. We have Prada has a beautiful belted option, even like the Margot. Now it's not belted, but on the sides you have like the little belt pieces on the sides. So this can come in a lot of different ways. The new version is like one of my favorites. I really like that one. And so that is super in. And then the last one is like a slouchy sort of bucket bag. So obviously, this is also not necessarily new. It does kind of come and go. We see this as a classic. Think like the Picotin. So the Picotin is exactly this type of style. But if you see, and I don't know what it's called just because I haven't really looked into it much, but I'll pop it up here. Louis Vuitton, with their collaboration with Murakami, the multicolor white version came in something very similar to like a Picotin idea. So that is something that we're going to be seeing a lot, is just like little easy handheld bucket bags that are super easy to like throw your stuff in and, you know, run out, and but also are like a kind of like a chic sort of errands bag. You know what I mean? So I think those are great as well. So that is it, guys. Let me know what of these trends you're excited to kind of dip your toe into, or what you have already purchased that's in line with any of these trends that we're going to be seeing in the next, you know, few months or over this next year. And yeah, let me know what you're liking, if you're liking any one, you know, better than the other, if you have bought anything already, if you have anything on your wish list that you are excited to add that is in line with any of these new trends. I would love to know. For me, my favorite trend of all of this would be either probably both the East West and then the bag charms. So those two options are definitely, those two trends are definitely for me the ones that I am most excited about, and probably combining the two. So I'll probably throw some charms on whatever East West bag I purchase. All right, guys. So thank you for watching. If you have made it this far and you are not already subscribed, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button. And like I said, become a member of my growing YouTube family. It means a lot to me. It's free for you, but priceless for me. And what else do I have to say to you guys? I'm going to throw my Instagram handle here if you would give me a follow over there, I would love that as well. I aim to start making more daily content over there, and just kind of dressing up the bags, the things that we talk about on here, and showing you kind of how I wear these things, so we can be in, we can get into a conversation over there as well. And yeah, that's it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I am going to throw up a video here in case you haven't seen it already and you would like to keep watching me. You can give me a thumbs up. That would also be amazing. It helps me so much with algorithm and all of that stuff. So totally, totally helpful. I would appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.